Finally, sir, I have seen Jalebi film and I loved your performance in that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And sir, now your recent release Rakshak. So, sir, my question was that how did you prepare for the role of lieutenant? Because donning an Indian Army uniform, it is a proud moment. So, what went behind the process?
It's a proud moment, but it's also a very nervous moment when you have to play an army man. So, जो हमारे प्रोड्यूसर हैं आमिर खान, उन्होंने मुझे नासिक में आर्मी बेस पे भेजा था. He introduced me to some brigadiers and some colonels, some lieutenants that he knew. So the idea was to sort of, yes, on one side understand the body language of the army person as such, but more than that it was to sort of understand the psychological, the emotional mindset जो इनका होता है जब ये ग्राउंड में जाते हैं, जब ऐसी सिचुएशन में होते हैं जहाँ पे there are bombs being thrown, guns being fired, and people are being injured. So there were some, I can't take names,
yes,
but there were some colonels जिन्होंने हमें काफ़ी information दी, छोटी-छोटी चीज़ें बताई कि हम लोग, जब मैंने उनसे पूछा कि आप क्या फील होता है जब आप जाते हो वहाँ पे, आप तो काम पे जा रहे हैं,
yes, sir.
तो जैसे कुछ नहीं फील होता, ना हम कंट्री के बारे में सोचते हैं, ना हम बेबी के बारे में सोचते हैं, ना हम फैमिली के बारे में सोचते हैं. हम सिर्फ ये सोच रहे हैं कि हम जो एनिमी है उसको रोकें कैसे, बस. The mind is absolutely clear and you are completely present in the moment.
So, sir, physically and emotionally you have to balance both the things. So,
yeah,
any kind of struggle in doing that, or any kind of challenge or obstacle?
the challenge for me more was sort of playing Lieutenant Triveni Singh's part, because from what I understood he was a very still person, like inside, like मतलब वो मुझे जो सुनने में आया था कि वो chaos में भी एकदम calm रहते थे. तो to be able to show that calmness, I also had to be calm myself. वो fake तो पता लग जाता है सबको. So that actually was the hard part, was sort of getting the mental to be able to adapt to that situation. Because I do have a tendency to become restless sometimes, at least in the past I did. तो वो थोड़ा सा challenge था, पर मज़ा आया.
So, sir, what inspired you to become an actor? Means, someday you might have thought that you want to be, people would want you to see on big screen. So, what was that moment, sir?
Yeah, I honestly can't really sort of put a finger on what that moment was. But I think it was sort of a mixture of many moments. मैंने आमिर खान सर की पिक्चर देखी थी जो जीता वही सिकंदर एज अ चाइल्ड. आई एम श्योर दैट हैड सम काइंड ऑफ इम्पैक्ट ऑन मी. मैंने स्पीड एक पिक्चर देखी थी जो मेरी पहली पिक्चर थी इन द सिनेमा हॉल, व्हिच कियानो रीव्स इन इट. आई एम श्योर दैट हैड सम काइंड ऑफ एन इम्पैक्ट. और वो मूवीज सॉर्ट ऑफ बिकेम अ स्पेस फॉर मी वेयर I allowed myself to feel emotion completely. लोगों के सामने तो हम छुपाते हैं, लेकिन जब मूवी देख रहे हो तो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि वो बंदा इमोशन दिखा रहा है तो मैं भी दिखा देता हूँ अपनी. So I think it became that, मतलब मैं रोज एक मूवी देखता था, आज तक देखता हूँ. तो it just became that sort of space where I was comfortable. तो वो कहीं पे कीड़ा घुस गया, काट गया, आ गया बॉम्बे.
So, sir, in Bollywood or in world cinema, who is an actor you look as an inspiration or motivation? A certain person or something? Any one actor?
So in Bollywood, I really like Aamir Khan sir's work. I love the fact that he's done such different kind of characters, from Dangal to Lagan to Ghazni, and I think he's really experimented and he's been brave and he's been sort of putting new stuff out there. His work also.
Yes.
People have loved it. And people have loved him for it. And in Hollywood, I mean, there's so many people. I mean, one of my favorite actors is Jack Nicholson, as good as it gets, and like, there's so many over there. Kevin Spacey is one of my favorite actors. अभी मैं वो House of Cards दोबारा देख रहा हूँ.
So, sir, if talking about in future, if you get a chance, means who are you dying to work with? Any certain actor or director or actress? Anyone particular?
Yeah, in my experience, my little experience that I've had over here, I've realized it's better to not try to work with anybody. बिकॉज फिर आपकी ऑब्जेक्टिविटी खत्म हो जाती है. आई थिंक इट्स बेटर दैट आई चूज द स्क्रिप्ट एंड आई चूज द प्रोजेक्ट एंड आई चूज द कैरेक्टर रादर देन चूज हू आई वांट टू वर्क विद. वो जब होना होगा वो होते रहेगा. So at the moment I'm just hungry to be part of good stories and play fun characters.
Yes. So sir, we have seen you in film also in Jalebi. You are fabulous, and we have seen you in web series also. In Guilty Minds, Rakshak is there, and in Bombers also you had played a fantastic role, sir. So sir, which one is more difficult and which one was more fun to? If talking about films and series, is there any difference in terms of acting in both of them?
Film and series, there's no difference as such. मुझे तो कुछ मतलब मेरा अप्रोच तो सेम ही रहता है कैरेक्टर्स को. हाँ, एक जगह पे आप 2.5 घंटे की पिक्चर दिखा रहे हो और दूसरी जगह पे आप 8 एपिसोड की सीरीज दिखा रहे हो. सो the scope is much more to extend the graph of the character. I feel like more emotions have to be explored in a shorter time in a film. तो शायद उसके प्रेपरेशन में कुछ फ़र्क हो, बट इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट आई कॉन्शियसली डू. वो टेक्सचर के हिसाब से हो जाता है वो प्रेपरेशन. सो इट्स नॉट टू डिफरेंट.
Yeah. So sir, there was a comparison before Pathan did well at box office that there was Bollywood versus South going on. So sir, what is your take on box office? See, Pathan did well, and recently Gadar 2 and OMG 2 have also done well, and the recent lineup is also looking promising as we have Jawan coming up, we have Tiger 3, we have Donkey and many more films. So sir, what is your take on it?
I mean, it's exciting that the movies are starting to do well again. बीच में तो सब डर गए थे कि भाई क्या होगा, पिक्चरें बनेंगी नहीं बनेंगी, लोग थिएटर जाएंगे नहीं जाएंगे. But when I think it's a great thing that it's brought the whole industry together, that everyone celebrates when a movie works. So whether it was Pathan, whether it was Gadar or OMG, like I think everyone truly feels happy. पहले एक time था when you did not feel happy for somebody else's success, but now I think every film that works, you feel happy that the film has worked, you feel happy that the characters are being appreciated, because then you know that you can keep churning out and people are going to come to theaters to watch it.
Yes. So sir, some small budget films like Zara Hatke Zara Bachke was a big surprise. We had the Kerala Story was a big surprise. So sir, do you see any scope for the small budget films in future? Means
I think there's a huge scope. See, I think that our viewer today is not just hungry to see big stars. I think they're also hungry to see good stories. It's become very evident from the web space that they want to see realistic cinema, they want to see new characters, they want to see new kind of storytelling also, which has a sort of flavor of realism in it. So I think सवाल क्या था भूल गया.
कि वही सर कि ये जो
small budget film. So definitely there is scope for a small budget film. I think just the way that अभी web series और films में वो फर्क खत्म हो गया.
Yes.
है ना? Same way I think that slowly वो that star and non-star में भी फर्क खत्म हो जाएगा. You're going to be going just to see a film.
Yes.
Like in Hollywood also, it's not about
Stars.
who's acting in it. It's the scale of the film. The directors are more famous over there for the Christopher Nolan.
Yes, sir.
The projects that are coming up. Who is in it is the second thing to sort of look forward to. So I'm really looking forward to that time.
Yes, sir. So sir, nowadays the trend of biopic is going on in Bollywood. So in future, if you get a chance to do a certain, is there some personality in your mind you would like to do a certain biopic or something?
Like I said, I'm not planning anymore. Earlier था कि इसके साथ काम करना है, ऐसा कुछ करना है, वैसा कुछ करना है. But I think now I'm more in a place where I'm learning to just go with the flow. And so I feel like I'm able to be more clear about my decisions and why I want to do something, rather than be stuck on something which is in my imagination.
Yes. So any certain character which is there in your wish list you would like to play?
Army was in my wish list,
Yes.
to be honest. My grandfather was in the army also, so I've grown up in that sort of environment. So actually, to be honest with you, army was the only one which was on my wish list like that. Other than that, I'm sort of open to whatever comes my way.
Yes. So sir, we have seen you playing a lover boy, romantic guy in Jalebi. Then you have played a lawyer in Guilty Minds. You have played an army officer here. And sir, in Bombay you have played a sports person, a footballer. So sir, in a short span of career, you have got many versatile roles. You have shown your acting skills, you have proved your versatility. So sir, how does it feel in a short span you have got many roles? And
It definitely feels good, yeah, because I'm the kind of person who does enjoy playing different kind of characters, and the fact that those different kind of characters are being appreciated and they're being understood more than anything else. I hope and I pray that that tradition carries on, and the viewers keep enjoying me doing those different roles, and the producers keep giving me those kind of parts, because it truly gives me joy to play different parts and essay different kind of characters and roles.
yes, so sir, the co-stars which you have worked with, if you had to select any one that can be a Rakshak, Riya Chakravarti ma'am, Vishal Furia sir, Shreya ma'am, so any certain?
I think Shreya can be my Rakshak for sure. She's like full on. She'll destroy anybody that comes in front of me like that. She's quite strong. So yeah, I choose her to be my Rakshak.
Yeah. So sir, any future projects? Which are future projects if we can?
So there's a movie called Tejas which is
Yes.
coming out on the
Kangana,
20th of
yes.
October. Yes, with Kangana. I am playing the role of a musician in that, and she's an Air Force pilot.
Yes, sir.
Sarvesh has directed the film, and it releases on the 20th of October.
Yes, sir.
It's my birthday on the 19th, so I'm looking forward to both of those days.
Yes. So sir, how was your experience working with Kangana ma'am?
It was very lovely. I remember we met at her place for lunch the first time. She had called us over to just break the ice and to get to know each other. And on set, it was an extremely professional relationship. She's a good actor,
Yes.
so that part becomes really easy, the give and take of it. It was fun to work with her, to see her craft and to see her experience and to sort of learn from it.
Yeah. So sir, in this film you are playing an army officer, and Tejas is somewhat connected to that theme.
Yeah, so I'm not in the defense in that.
Yes,
She's
yes,
an Air Force
yes,
pilot.
she's
in
a,
that, yeah,
but
so
the basic theme of the film.
yes,
So
it is.
sir, were there any differences in both the film?
So see, like I am playing a musician over there. So
Yes.
for me, it was not.
Yeah, it
so
was
I'm not part of the defense world over there. For them, yes, for them it's a similar space of it's a patriotic film.
Yeah. So sir, there is a director's vision, right? And we have that an actor has to choose. Means I have personally interviewed many of them, and I ask many of them the same question: what is more important for you, a character or a story? So what would you choose, sir?
Yeah, without a good story, what will a character do? Story is most important.
Yeah, but sir, there are certain characters that which we remember for their powerful portrayal and all that we can
Like
see.
which one?
Like sir, for example, in Ometa film we had Rajkumar Rao performing. That film was in a negative way, but sir, the way he performed that character in Sarabjit, we have Randeep Hooda sir.
Mm.
So like this kind of characters, sir, means they left a solid mark on the viewers.
Mm.
But the story was not that much engaging, but the characters were powerfully
So
portrayed.
I would say that I have not seen both films, but I would say that maybe the story was engaging, but maybe the film was not as engaging for you as their performance was.
Yes.
They might have stood out much better than the rest of the cast and the rest of the film itself. But I do feel that without a good story, it's very difficult to then sort of give a performance which stays with people. Story का तो ना थोड़ा ज़रूरी होता है.
Yes.
हाँ?
So, sir, if we speak about Bollywood, the name of three Khans come on the top list, and you said that you love Aamir Khan's work, and so do I. So, sir, if we have to define all
I
these
love
three,
Shah Rukh Khan's work also.
yeah. So, sir, if we have to define all three in one word, what will you define them with one word? For Shah Rukh sir, Aamir sir, Salman sir.
Charismatic. Charismatic.
Yes. Sir.
Achha, one word for each of them?
Yeah, yeah.
I think charismatic covers it for all of them. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I think if I had to give Salman sir something else, it would be, like it just feels like he's macho, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Shah Rukh sir is charismatic for Shah Rukh sir and versatile for Aamir sir.
Yeah, so sir, one last final question. Sir, what message would you like to give the aspiring actors, the struggling actors that who want to make a mark in industry? A message for them.
I mean, what I would say from my own experience is that just keep at it, and if there's some passion which is burning inside you, which is pulling you towards this field of acting, then you must know that your nightmares will come true before your dreams come true, and you have to work hard and you have to keep at it, and I think it's very important that they remove the word rejection from their dictionary, because I don't think it's really rejection. I think you don't get the part because you're not ready to get the part, or someone's more suited for the part, or you're physically not as suited for the part as the other person is. And the idea is to sort of keep learning from the mistakes that you make, and one keeps making mistakes. Even till date, I have to beat my head about certain mistakes that I make. But I mean, I think that's just part of the game. You just have to keep at it. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.